What's going on, guys? Dustin right here on how we're going to get to 100%. So today I want to talk to you about smashing the like button, subscribing if you're new to the channel, because I want to help anybody that's new get to 100% in their life, mind, bank account, whatever the case may be in your life. I want to help you get there through everything that I can possibly give to you. So I want to talk to you about how to make $100,000 your first year in real estate. Now I know you guys are probably thinking, how do you make $100,000 your first year in real estate? It's extremely hard. That is 100% true. Okay, making $100,000 your first year in real estate is not going to be an easy task. But what I'm going to go over with you applies to your first year of real estate, your second year, third year. It doesn't matter where you are in the business. This can help you get to that $100,000 income that you're trying to get to. So without further ado, let's get right into the video.
I'll make a brand new start of it.
So in order to understand how to make $100,000 a year, you have to know your numbers. And what I mean by know your numbers is you have to know what it takes to actually get to $100,000 in commission checks for the year to make it your income. So you have to think about your sales price, right? So I'm going to talk about my area and what it takes to get $100,000 in income and commission checks here in Port St. Lucie, Florida. So our average sales price is somewhere right around $300,000 now, right? So to find out the commission on $300,000, 3% of $300,000 is going to be somewhere around $9,000. Now, don't think of it just as $9,000 because you got to pay your broker, you got to pay your dues, fees, stuff like that. So we're going to take away 30% of that, right? Remember the 70-30 split I did in another video? So once we break that down on a $300,000 house, the commission check being $9,000, take away 30% is $6,300, right? So now we know at a $300,000 house we get $6,300. Now to get to $100,000, we're going to need to sell somewhere around $5 million worth of real estate. That means we have to sell somewhere around 16 homes, right? 16 homes to get the average commission check at $6,300 so that we can make somewhere around $100,000 in commission. So knowing that we need to make or sell $5 million worth of real estate to get that commission check, we need that many houses, about 16 homes. So that's just over a house a month. So let's say 1 house to 2 houses a month so you can get there in a year period, right? So how do we sell 1 to 2 houses a month so that we can sell 16 homes by the end of the year? So to break that down, you have to know how you get sales in real estate. How are you going to be able to get the contract signed to get to a closing to actually close on the home? So this is how you have to know your numbers. So here in this area, what it takes me to get a listing, to get a sale, right? I do a lot of cold calling, right? Just listed, just sold, expired, for sale by owners. So how many calls do we need to make, and how many conversations do we need to have with those kinds of people so that we can get an appointment and then eventually get to that sale? So let me just go over the numbers it takes for me to get a listing, for me to get a sale under my belt. It takes somewhere around 250 contacts for me or people in this area to get a listing, right? So I have to talk to about 250 people for 1 sale, 1 listing being sold, right? That means, you might go on 2 or 3 listing appointments, you might go and have a couple buyer consultations, but at the end of the day, we need to know where the money's coming from so we can understand how we can make $100,000, right? So it takes about 250 contacts, right? So I need somewhere around 375 to 370 contacts a month so I can sell just over a house a month, right? So that means I need to speak to about 370 people for me to get just around 2 sales a month, right? So what does that mean, contacts? What do you mean by contacts? Well, contacts are when you call somebody and they talk to you and you guys have a conversation. If they say, "Oh man, don't ever call me again. This is on the do not call list." Those can't really count as a contact. You really have to have a conversation with somebody so you can then give them your pitch or give them your scripts, right? So you can really understand why or what they can, or what you can do for them as far as real estate needs go, right? We're like, Dustin, what do I say? How do I get these contacts? How do I have these conversations? Well, I follow Mike Ferry. Mike Ferry, he's a real estate coach, right? I actually have a Mike Ferry real estate coach, and we go over scripts. We practice dialogue. Now, what I'm saying is, it sounds very, very simple, right? And it is, but it's very difficult, right? It's not an easy thing to do because it takes me, I'm calling about 6, 7 hours a day to get close to these numbers. And sometimes I don't hit my goal, right? I'm not hitting the numbers I need to get the sales that I'm supposed to get because it is difficult. It's not the easiest thing, but you can break it down, right, to where we can find out what we need to do to get to where we want to go. So these are the numbers you have to focus on, where you're like, hey, what numbers do I call? Like, how do I call so many people? Well, there's a couple different ways, right? So you can do just listed, just sold, right, which is cold calling, or door knocking. I've done both methods. I've found that I can get more conversations and talk to more people by calling on the phone. Because if you think about it, how fast can you walk? How fast can you knock on doors and get to the next one, get to the next one? Because it's all a numbers game. I know you've heard this before. If not, real estate is a numbers game. So it doesn't really matter where you are in the business as long as you can just get the numbers, right? Contacts made, appointments set, appointments closed, right? That's what's going to matter. So the numbers may be different for me and you, different in your area based on your sales price, but no matter what, you're going to have to pick the phone up, you're going to have to call, and you're going to have to provide a lot of value when you're sitting in front of people, right? Because it's very important for them to trust you when it goes to selling their $300,000 to $400,000 to $500,000 real estate investment. So cold calling, right? Door knocking, right? Open houses are a big one, right? Oh, Dustin, I don't have any listings to hold an open house. I'm sure in every real estate office I've ever been to, agents are wanting other agents to hold open houses for them because they don't want to do it. Now, being newer in the business, you got to take every opportunity you can get. So open houses are one, right? Facebook marketing, right? Going on Facebook, commenting to your friends' posts, staying in touch with everybody. Those are also ways and methods that you can utilize to get sales and get potential opportunities, right? For sale by owners, right? You can call for sale by owners and expired listings. Expired listings are a great one. There's just not a ton of them right now because of the way the market is. But a good thing about those are you know that they have already hired an agent, right? But they did not sell the property with that agent. So that tells you one of two things. They want to sell the home and they are okay with hiring an agent. So you just have to step in and make sure you are providing the value that, let's say, that other agent didn't provide. Now, the biggest, most important thing out of doing all this work, making all the contacts, right, is follow up. You must be able to follow up with people. Like, that is the only thing holding your business together. And let me explain why. Because like there's some people I've followed up with for over a year now, over 2 years now, right? It's okay. It's okay because when they decide to sell, I'm going to still be in the real estate business. And I will then earn their business based on how much and how many times I've spoken to them as far as a conversation. And that goes a long way. It's very nice to hear when people are like, man, you've been touching base with me for over a year now. I'm sorry I'm not doing anything. It's just, no, I completely understand. It's not the time for you. Whenever the time is, I'll be ready. I'm just happy to hear from you. I hope everybody's doing well. And doing that with every person you come in contact with, right? So like the 370 people that I come in contact with, I'm trying to get an email address from them, and I'm trying to get them to allow me to stay in touch with them, right? Because this business is all about building relationships, so you don't have to make so many calls, right? So you don't have to make the 370 contacts a month to where you get that number, to where you're trying to get to 100 grand. You can bring down the cost a little bit and start building more of a referral business. So that's how you get to $100,000 a year in real estate. You just have to figure your numbers out, put them down, create a plan, create a system, and follow it. And remember, guys, follow up is the most important thing when it comes to doing all this work, because you don't want to do all this work and have it go nowhere. You want to be able to utilize it for business later down the road, because a lot of times people aren't going to want to sell their home or buy a home right now, and maybe a couple months down the road. And that's when we come in and stay in touch with them, make sure we're providing value, because why? We're going to be 100% in every way we can. Talk to you guys soon.